Oh, happy day. Hey, how you doing? Let me make sure we're all set. It is Friday, of course. We would expect it to be Friday, but it is Friday, October 10th. So how are you doing this October 10th, Friday at 10 p.m.? Welcome to the live show. I'm grateful for everybody that comes, says hello, and stays, and for everybody that just comes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the show. Okay, so let's see. What have I got going? Oh, well, I titled the show tonight to be about the Lumix, Panasonic Lumix S9 camera. So that is what we are doing, and that is what we're talking about. So I always have this problem. Okay, so as soon as I see the number 1, then I know somebody has joined, and I know I'm not in the unlisted mode, because that's the big sin that happens when you live stream, is you could set it up, fix it the way you want it to be, and then not be in a live mode. And so you're basically talking to yourself, which I've done before. Okay, so now that I know we are live, and you that are watching on the rewind, meaning at the end of this show, during the week, and that kind of stuff, welcome to you guys too. So I have a Panasonic S9 right here. Wait, I also have a pad here. You guys know who Carlos is, right? Bokeh Bashudo? Okay, so Carlos used to do something that I thought was the coolest thing in the world. Let's see, I wanted to see if I could replicate it. And that is, let's go to the overhead camera. And Carlos used to have like a white pad, like this one. Now, I don't know, are we in focus? Hello? Focus, focus. Yes, I just saw it drop into focus. Now, let me see over here. For some reason, I have the gamma turned up, and maybe rightly so. Okay, so that's the pen and the paper, and this is the gamma. Yeah, I had it correct. It should be. I can even make it a little bit darker. Okay. So Carlos used to do something that I thought was the nicest thing. Tonight we will be doing something with the Lumix. And the name of the camera is the S9. Now, how much is this Lumix S9? So let's go over to the desktop, and so the S9 is coming in at $1,300, and where do they come up with that kind of numbers? $1,321.73. Is this used or new? Yeah, it must be new. Okay. So the camera is, I can't believe they would give it something like, oh, it's the essentials. So they've added a few other things here. Let's just do the camera body all by itself. So we'll go up to the top, and there it is. Now that's more like a real price. $1,197.99. So basically, this camera comes in brand new, not used. It comes in at $1,300. So the price would be $1,300. Now I'm stealing this directly from Carlos, because he used to write these pads. And I'll just put a blue. Does that show up in blue? By golly, yes it does. So I have a blue magic marker and a black one. Okay. So now let's get back to seriousness now that I got to play with my my Carlos pad. So for some reason, it needs to go like that. That'd be better. So Carlos writes a lot better than I do. His handwriting is a lot better. Okay. So let's go to the real part of the show, which is where I could talk to you. Okay. So it's going to be this camera that we're talking about. So let's hold it up. And this is the red model. So this is Randy's camera. And it's a loaner for me to borrow and use it for a while. And then maybe I'll make some videos with it. So this is the hot shoe. It comes with a hot shoe cover. If I pull it back, it's a dead hot shoe, which means if you would like to put a flash on here, no, 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 it says no, 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 no. So that's one of the biggest ridiculous parts I found with it. It has let's go back to the top again. Let's go to the overhead again. I could show you up close things that I want to show you. So right here, let me aim it so it reflects a little bit. There we go. You've got the two speaker ports, okay? And then over to the side, you have the wheel, which gives you the video mode, and then of course PSAM, which is right here, and it's PASM. So P is for program mode or professionals. A is for aperture mode. S is for shutter mode. And M is completely manual. Then it's got the part that will remember your settings. So I have come to a method in my way of doing things where when I set a camera up for this particular room, I set it to the C3, Christmas 3. I like the number 3. Well, actually, all three numbers are good, C1, C2, C3. But I know that when I set up a camera and fine-tune it here for, let's say, white balance, and I use, 24p in here, and whatever things I set specifically for this room, then I will save it and put it here to the S3 mode. Now, that's not something you have to do. That's something so that I remember on each and every one where the settings are saved. Because if you can't find your settings, that ain't so hot. So let's start by saying a big, big thank you from me to Randy for allowing me to borrow this camera for a period of time. So he sent the camera and the lens. That's the kit lens. Now, I didn't put the kit lens on. Where do I have it? It's over at my desk. It's too far to reach. So it comes with the camera and a kit lens. And this is the red body. So they designed it. Let's go back to the to that desk shot again. The desktop, I should say. Okay, so now if I come over here, now you could see that it actually, for some reason, they have the camera available in crimson red. They have it in dark olive, which is a green color. So I'm guessing this is the what B&H calls the essentials. So for a similar price or the same price, they're giving you, a tripod, a card, an extra battery, a Rode mic that you slip in the top. And I don't know what that other thing on the bottom left is left. I would say that's probably a case. Okay. So over here, it's a different case, 64 gigabyte card. Okay. And each one of these would have a different price. And this is the jet black, the one that we started with. And weirdly enough, it comes in pink. Now, I would like to know how many people bought a pink camera, but it wouldn't surprise me because a lady's choice would be a pink. And then it also comes in a midnight blue. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Randy has all of these colors. He might not have the pink, okay, but he might have the black. Did I show you the mint green? Is that pungent or what? Isn't that a surprise kind of a look? So it comes with all those colors, which is a little weird, but hey, whatever floats your boat. So that's the different colors it comes in. We haven't even talked about the functionality. We're talking about pink and blue and green and black. Okay, so they've made this is obviously more for the consumer. Now, all right, I'm on me, so you can't see it. Randy has added on his camera here, he has added the small rig add-on, which gives you a little bit more of a base plate, and it also gives you a grip here. So when I'm holding the camera, if I didn't have this small rig on here, it would feel like, ooh, it's going to slide, my hand's going to slide right off because this grip would be gone. So this grip is a part of this metal piece that goes on here. It's made by Small Rig. You screw it on. They even have this highly magnetized screw-on feature, which tightens and loosens this tripod screw. So they add and then it's magnetic. So see, it doesn't move. I'm pushing it pretty hard. You probably would have to drop the camera to make it fall out, is what I'm thinking. But we're not looking to drop the camera, correct? Mine or Randy's. So they do give you a tripod screw. They give you the screw that actually screws into the tripod of the camera. They give you a strap, what do you call it? These appendages that stick out. Oh, by the way, there's no jingly things that hang out. Those little crappy jingly things that when you go like that, they go jingle, jingle, jingle. Okay, so that's not on this camera. But if you wanted to put a hand strap from here, okay, and it comes around and it's one of the nicer hand straps, it usually needs to be attached somewhere else. So this add-on from Small Rig actually has a strap receiver here. And then and it has another one on this side. So if you're left-handed and you put your strap here, I don't want to drop the camera, I'm not left-handed, you could put the strap from here, come around and go in here. So this Small Rig thing is actually pretty handy. And then they add, you see how we have the red over here? Okay, they add a little piece of red for your thumb in the back. So when my hand goes here, my thumb goes on, I'm not on slippery metal. Where am I? Over here. Hi, Lumix. Oh, this is your little brother. So we're looking at a Lumix S5 Mark II, and now we're looking at the Lumix S9. So this is your little brother. How about that? All right, so let me double check and see if there's anything else here that's built into this. So it's got plenty of room for the battery cover to open, because on this camera, the card goes in the battery slot. So this is a loose term of the word. This is a hybrid camera, but not the way they use that word today, hybrid, which would mean hybrid movies and hybrid still pictures, okay? But this is a hybrid point and shoot and a hybrid high-end camera, all in one, okay? So it gives you some of the high-end features, like it's got shutter angle. Can you believe this little full-frame camera has shutter angle, which is kind of remarkable if you ask me. So it's very unique. Now, I did do a video. I put it up on this channel 2 or 3 days ago so that you guys would get a head start to see the video, okay? And now I set it up. I completely forgot until Hal contacted me and said something, and I said, "What are you talking about, Hal?" So Hal said that it's the video, and I completely forgot. I had set up the video, cheers, to go live on Friday. It's the same video from 3 or 4 days ago that I put it on this channel. So I kind of gave you guys the heads up so that you could see it before everyone else saw it. So we got some people in the room. Let's say hi to everybody. If you're not scared to say hi, put a comment here. I'll say hello to you. I'll even joke with you a little bit and make things fun. If it's anybody's birthday, let me know. Oh, we do have a birthday. I just had it this morning. I woke the guy up at 3 a.m. this morning. It was Marlone's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marlone. Happy birthday to you. So if it's anybody else's birthday, let me know. Like, what did I get upset about? Last week, nobody told me that it was one of our birthdays. I got a text from Ashley that it was Alex's birthday after the show was over. So let's not wait for the show to be over. I like to sing happy birthday. It's something I enjoy doing. So even if it's somebody that's a relative of yours, you can go back and show them the show. Oh, here's what Peter sang happy birthday to you. It's one of the perks of having a nice, tight family like we have. I can sing happy birthday to people and have a good time while I'm doing it. So let's see who's in here. Norm, dear Lord Jesus, you're first? You must be ready to go out the door. Oh, you ate? Okay, Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. It's cool and raining in Toronto tonight. The family enjoyed dinner. The chicken? Not so much. The chicken got cooked. It got its goose cooked, you know, as they say. So he gets together with his family on Friday nights. And the children are adults, but they still come to their dad's house, enjoy a nice meal with the old man, okay? And then I think for some reason they arrive there and then he drives them home. So for all I know, Norm might be on the road right now. I just got out of the shower. I don't think I thought I felt a drop of water here. Okay, better not be a leaky roof. Okay, so yeah, it rained here, Norm, all day. The pool's all the way filled up and the pool has got a green tint to it from having so much water added to it from the sky. So that's what is going on there. So Norm says the Panasonic cameras are excellent. Optics are superb. Video is very user-friendly. That's a very good synopsis of the Lumix cameras. So what's the odd thing? The odd thing is exactly what Norm just said. The cameras are really good cameras. So why aren't they flying off the shelves? All right, so this is where speculation comes in. And we, we don't have really an answer, but I'll give you my 2 cents. And, if I got any change coming to me, you can put the change in the mail. So I'm thinking that there's some things that I know that I can't say publicly, but the delay that happened before Panasonic made the choice to put in, what camera are we on? All right, so we're on a Nikon right now. Okay, so this is the Nikon Z6 Mark III. And actually one of the newest Nikons, except for the ZR. Now the ZR that came out is this Z6 Mark III in a format like this. However, the unique, interesting, very attractive part of that camera for a lot of people is Nikon just a few months back, they have made a purchase. Do you know what they bought? They bought another camera company. The camera company that they bought is called Red, the high-end camera company that I guess you could say competes with Alexa. Alexis is Amazon, okay? And so what Nikon did on their new camera is they took most of the stuff that's in this camera that you're looking at right now, okay, and they put it in the ZR. And they took off the little hump on the top, just like this Lumix S9 doesn't have a hump on the top. Okay. And they took away the viewfinder. And they did the unique thing that only Nikon can do because they own it, is they put the components of the red camera, where are we? We're on the Lumix. They put the components of the red camera, you know, the high-end, high-priced camera, they put the components of that camera into the ZR. Okay. Now, Nikon is not handicapped. People buy the Nikon. They love the camera. It hasn't been blacklisted, so to speak. So I'm using that word. It might not be quite the right word to use. Okay. So what Panasonic Lumix did, which is this company here, okay, is they kept coming out with cameras, and it was odd that they weren't putting a modern day accurate focusing system in. And I think it finally got people to come to the point where they actually just ignore the camera. So now they put a high-end, very good focusing system. They put high-end, very good video quality in the cameras. They put a high-end for still pictures in the camera. And so it's basically second to none anymore. Not none like Sister Agatha, all right, but none like no one else. It's second to none. But the people just got fed up with them coming out with a new camera. And when they came out with a new camera, people would hold their breath and go, oh, they have to have put their new focus system in the camera. And they didn't. And I think it just made people go like, okay, I'm done. I am done with you and not coming back no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Think I'll write a song, okay? Hit the road, Jack. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, right? And now they actually decided to go ahead, put the investment in, put a really top-notch focus system into the Panasonic cameras. They teamed up together with Sigma and Leica, the big name, and Panasonic, and they interchanged lenses and focus systems and all kinds of stuff, okay, and made quite a nice little conglomerate there. They are still separate companies. It's not, I didn't say they were one company. I'm just saying that they're working together in harmony. So when you have this Sigma 10 to 18 lens that I have on this Lumix camera, it's not a bastard child. Did you say that, Peter? Yes, but I didn't mean it as a cuss word. I meant it as it's not something that is reverse engineered. It's not something that, they're forcing it to work. No, the Sigma company and the Lumix company are working hand in hand, and the Lumix lens will work beautifully as if it was a Lumix lens. So all the little trade secrets and whatever communications have to happen between a lens and a camera body happen here. And the same thing with a Leica lens, all right, the L mount, I'm talking about the L mount. That same thing happens there also. And the reverse is true, the Sigma lens on a Leica camera, they will cooperate as if they were made for each other. All the little secret ingredients that go into a lens and all the little secret ingredients that go into a camera body actually are working in conjunction with each other. So in other words, there's no handicap. You're not handicapped because you're using a Sigma lens. So I put this Sigma lens on here and there is no handicap. Same IBIS and all the rest of the good stuff all interacts with the camera. Okay. And there is some comments or words on the street that says that Sigma actually makes some of the lenses for Panasonic Lumix. They make them, sell them to Lumix, and they're branded as a Lumix lens. And there's word on the street that the same thing happens with some of the Leica lenses. It'll say Leica, but it'll be $2,000 when other lenses will say Leica and they'll be $8,000. So the reason is you can kind of tell which one is made by Sigma for Leica and which one is made by Leica straight across the board. Okay, so that is one of the secrets. Shh, don't tell anybody. I am so tickled pink with Carlos's with board. Now he does it better than I do. His handwriting is better. His top board is better. Okay, but is it in focus? My hand looks like it's in focus. All right, so that's a Nikon Z6. It's on the roof, and it's got an 85 millimeter Viltrox on there. So the one thing that Carlos has is extraordinary handwriting. Wow, that guy's handwriting looks like it comes out of a machine. And I watch him write, so it's not pre-printed. All right, let's say hi to everybody that's in here. So Norm told us that the optics were good. Randy is in the house. Randy, publicly, thank you for allowing me to borrow this camera. It's exciting, and we're all going to have fun with it. So I want to give props where props is due. And yes, he's got videos on Randall Brander, where the red words are. You go to his channel, and he puts out sometimes 4 or 5 videos in a day. The man is a video machine. So Scotty is here saying hi to the family. Hi, my peeps. We missed you while you were out and about on the road. And we love you. Love you too, Norm, just so you know. And of course, we love Randy. I love Randy. I love Scotty. And I love Phil. Hi, Phil. Thank you for being here. Hi, everyone. Peter, you are looking good. God bless you. See what a nice camera will do? It'll make a little decrepit old man. Now, I'm blessed, like Phil says, so I'm not going to go against what Phil says. I look good because I'm blessed. Right, Phil? Amen. So Randy says the Panasonic S9 is $1,200. The kit lens is the 1840. That's the one sitting over there on my desk, in case anybody wants to know where it is. It's over there, over there. And the 1840, it goes up to $1,500. If you add the Sigma 10 to 18, which is what I got on here now, that lens is $730. Did they raise the price on that, Randy? Whoa, golly gee whiz. So that is a little bit weird. Weird if you ask me. Okay. So, but there's your prices right there. And Panasonic S9 Crimson Red, Midnight Blue, and Mint Green are the ones that he owns. So there we go. There we go, loopy-loo. So this one is the Crimson Red. So Randy doesn't have a red one right now. Ha ha, I got Randy's red one. Okay, so, but he has 3 of them. A Midnight Blue, a Crimson Red, and a Mint Green. And I bet if you wanted to buy one, he'd sell it to you. If you ask very nicely. So the small grip base plate will go on most tripods without using the tripod attachment mount. Okay, that's good to know. It's added information. And Roy, love you, Roy. Thank you for being here. Happy to have you. And I say a special hello to your wife. Let's give her a pick-me-up today. And tell your wife that Peter was talking about Roy's wife. How lovely she is. How nice she is. How sweet she is. And that we say a big hello, at least I do, all the way from Miami down to Australia. So good day, Roy. I see you got in with no problems today. That is very good. And Vasia's here. How you doing, Vasia? Love you. Glad you're here. It's an amazing little camera with real-time LUTs. That I didn't even mention that. So you could put LUTs in there and have the LUTs control all the coloring. So this is a small camera. This is not much bigger, if bigger at all, than some of the point and shoots. You got LUTs, you got anamorphic, you got shutter angle, And then you've got all the goodies on the picture side. My hair is getting blown to heck here. I didn't use the hairspray. I just came out of the shower, so I blowed it dry, and it is what it is. So too bad that it doesn't stay still. So Vasia is saying, too bad it doesn't have an EVF. Yeah, it doesn't have an EVF. Now a competing camera, although they changed the price, is this guy. This is my current favorite camera, and it's the camera that sits here ready to rock and roll at a moment's notice, okay? So full frame camera, just like the S9, but this one's got a fan built into it. And if you notice, it has a viewfinder, and the viewfinder is something that they have made other, let's just call them content creators, I'll just call them big mouths, have made complaints because it goes up and you can look down like this and shoot. Or if you like to have like a 45-degree angle, it's stiff. So it'll stay wherever you put it. It's not floppy. And I don't want to make it floppy by showing you and making it go up and down. So if I wanted to do a 45, I do like this. Very comfortable. Okay, so it has a viewfinder where the Panasonic S9 doesn't have the viewfinder. You have to use the LCD screen. But the new ZR doesn't have a viewfinder either. So I've gotten used to even taking pictures with the LCD screen and no viewfinder. And it's not bad once you get used to doing it, honestly. Okay. So Vasia is asking me how I is. I is good. How are you, Peter? I'm doing good and I'm feeling better. Even though it's been quite a while, my lower back does feel sore, like I know something happened down there. It's like a reminder, like something happened, and we're going to let you know by making your back feel sore. So I'm a little bit careful. You know how you're protective of things? Like my nephew brought the baby home. It's a preemie. Was born in the 7th month. It's technically not due to have been born until the middle or the end of October. On my birthday. The baby was supposed to be born on my birthday, and that's not here yet. So it was born in the 7th month of the pregnancy, and the parents are very, very protective. I don't blame them at all. I would be protective too. I would probably hire some armed guards to stand around the baby. When the baby was born, the lungs weren't fully developed, the eyes weren't fully developed. So the unsaid question, okay, that you thought but you didn't say because you're not trying to freak out the parents, is the baby going to survive? And this is getting a little annoying. So let's put some hairspray. Okay, and then I'll just pat it lightly. Now let's see if it'll stay, okay? Because every time it moves, you see that little flip it's trying to do? Okay, every time it does that, I feel it on my head, and it's like somebody's grabbing my hair and going like, ooh, ooh, and that's annoying. That's what you would do to annoy somebody. So, anyway, there's a fan on over there, and the fan is oscillating and it goes back and forth, and that's what's causing that little rise up there. I think I need a little bit more on this side. And then I'll pat this down, and I'll hold my hand there for a second and let the fan pass so that it'll dry in place. So either we just did something or we did nothing, one or the other. Or else you're going to watch a live show where the guy puts hairspray on his head. Welcome to the Peter Gregg Show. And look who else is here. My buddy Gregory, love you. How are you doing? How's things going on over there? What's new? How you feeling? Anything special? And I was going to ask you a question. I don't remember what it was. It'll come to me a little later. and I'll just pop in and say it. So, but anyway, he came in to say hello, and I'm really happy that you did. Don't just lurk out there. I know you guys, some of you guys are sitting out there and you're enjoying the show, and I'm enjoying doing the show, okay? So, but drop in a hello, even if you're not going to hang out, okay? So, I can't think of what I was going to ask you, Greg, but love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. I'm grateful that it's a family here. It's the same people. Yes, we're not really growing much. Yes, that's true. But boy, we know each other, which is more than you could say for most other YouTubes. I know what's going on in most of your lives. I spoke with Hal earlier today. He didn't mention doing anything special tonight because I know he runs some special cameras for different companies and stuff. But I haven't seen him come in, but I did get to speak to him today. I didn't see Jim Monday in here tonight yet. Might still come in, but he's a traveling man too, okay? So everybody, we know the schedules, and many people will watch this on what Randy has labeled the rewind, meaning when YouTube rewinds it. Oh, I found a setting that I have not been turning on, and I think it's an incorrect move, and I can't go back and fix it. And that would be in the settings of this video, where when they reprocess it, that it'll also show the chat as you guys are chatting. So I didn't have that checked, so I'm assuming that the chats don't show up, but I'll have to go back and look and see. But now I did check that, and so we'll find out what happens. The tariff pricing it's going to go up in November. Well, we're in October, so November is not that far off. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, Peter, just wear your favorite cap, which you could buy in the Peter Gregg web store. Yes, actually, don't I have the t-shirts that I designed? I designed them basically for me. This sounds very self-centered and egotistical. I designed t-shirts that I would like to wear, and I put them online for anybody to buy. I do make like $7 or $8 on a t-shirt, but don't worry, that's not money that will be used to buy a Tesla. I don't think we sell very many of them, but it's things that I would like to say on the t-shirt, like my goal is the sky and not the grave. That's on a t-shirt. It's actually a pretty cool saying. So I like to think of something that a guy, because I'm a guy, hello, a guy could wear and it not look very feminine, okay? So I wouldn't wear, a t-shirt if it wasn't me with the name Peter Gregg here. Why are you wearing a Peter Gregg t-shirt? He's just another dude. Is he your friend or what? So I put sayings that I like, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong, Randy, but I think the link to the t-shirts and the caps, and there's a bunch of other things in there that you get, like aprons for, I do kitchen stuff, what can I tell you? Okay. So this is not a big audience, so this is not like a sales job, all right? I should say this on the big channel so that people know, because that's where you get a lot of views. But I don't know if I even mentioned it much at all. So I think I've designed 2, and I got another one that I thought of the other day that I said to myself, gee, I'd like that on a t-shirt. I don't remember what it is, but it'll come. Things go around in my brain. It'll come back to me, and at that point, I'll make a t-shirt and slap it up. So you can go over there and look every once in a while and see what the heck did he do? What the heck did he stick on a t-shirt now? You know? And if you have an idea and you're watching this on the rewinds, just comment in the comments below that you'd like to see such and such on a t-shirt. So if it's not offensive, and I don't think I want to get into politics yet. Maybe later. not political, and not, it needs to be something that a person would wear. You know how 20-something or 30-something-year-old guys these days, they don't wear shirts. Everybody wears a t-shirt. I even see older people like me now sitting in front of the camera with a t-shirt on. What's up with that? We dress up. I should actually be wearing a tie. Okay? That's the age group that I come from, and now you don't, unless you're the president of the United States, you're running around in a t-shirt. I don't know. Just my feelings on it. So, okay, so my new t-shirt designs are live. What's he saying here? What's the alt? Oh, at. I thought it was, see, over here it's gray and white. It's hard to read. Over there, where I'm looking at it now, it's black and white. So my t-shirt designs are live. Oh, he wrote the script for me. All I have to do is read it. So Randy wrote the script. Let me just read it for you. My new t-shirt designs are live at T-shirt design. My goal is the sky and not the grave. And another t-shirt design. Now this matters, meaning I matter. And it's at Peter Gregg Shop, fourth wall. So it's here. Now, is that link in the description too, Randy, or you just went out and found it? So if they can't remember what it is, they could look in the description. Come back to this video and look in the description. So there we go. So we've gone through all the comments. We've gone through all the cameras. My hair has blown around like a crazy man. Anything else new? I sang happy birthday to Marlon because it's his birthday today. My birthday is next week. Anybody that wants to send me anything, Million is MILLION, if you were going to write that on a check. Isn't it nice on the Canon camera? I'm a little bit violet. But don't worry, it'll turn blue when we go back over to Nikon. Okay, so Randy says it's in the description, and the description is in the box under the video. So that's what I wanted to know. Where now this is blue. This is really, when I look at the shirt, this is really the color of the shirt. So let me take a quick look at the Lumix, the S5 Mark II. Yeah, this is the color of the shirt too. So the Lumix and the Nikon, here's the Nikon. They are a little bit different, but you know what? When I look at them and it's just the one camera, it actually looks like this is the color of the shirt. Okay, so the coloring in this room is actually pretty good. So Randy is taking us out. It's always better to be under the hour than over the hour. People will watch it because they want to see their names and they want to see the Lumix camera. So actually the truth is I haven't taken many pictures with it yet, but I have done a couple of videos, a couple that just in my t-shirt that I wouldn't actually show online, and the one that I put up on this channel, and I did this, and then I also decided to do a clip, and I put them both in the same timeline on the Final Cut Pro. So I walked around the house and everything with this. I couldn't go outside. I think it was raining or something. But then I came in here and I grabbed the FX2, and then I put that clip right at the end of the clip that I did out of here so that people could see. Now, my opinion is they both, that's not a real word. They both look good. I failed to mention it, but they're both using the internal mics. There's not an external mic that I put up on top or a wireless mic. So you're actually hearing the internal microphones for the S9 and the internal microphones for the FX2, which I think is an important point to remember to say because actually that's something that's getting demonstrated, is the sound quality of the cameras. So let's say you bought the S9. If you go watch that video with me walking around the kitchen and under the fluorescent lights, and then where else do I go? I think I go stand in front of the sliding door so I get the outdoor light. And then I walk into the old Christmas room, which is actually the big family room. See, I moved it from that room to here because I used to be in that room. And there's no lighting in there. It's all, unless you turn on the lights, and I didn't. So you'll see the cameras start to gain up. So gaining up means the ISO will start to rise. So that's what we've got going. The Mook is here. Hi, Mook. I love you, big guy. I'm glad I got to watch the last little bit. I will check the replay a bit later. I guess you're at work. I hope everyone is having a great week. Love you, Mookie. Thank you for being here. That is the Mook. When the Mook arrives, the Mook has arrived. So, all of you guys are so cool. All right, so say a prayer for me. Next week it's my birthday. It's a big deal because, you know, you end up getting that engraved or ingrained into your mind by your parents. So my mother used to make a big issue out of every and any holiday. Big issue. So we'd start out, if we went back 50, 60 years, more like 60 years when I was a teen, okay, it would wake up with a call to breakfast. It's Peter's birthday. We're having his favorite, which is pancakes and bacon and scrambled eggs and who knows what else. And I like, okay, I'm weird, okay? I am a little bit weird. Can't help it. But on my waffles and on my pancakes, I like a scoop of ice cream. That's just the way I am, okay? When I went to the Waffle House, they don't even offer you ice cream. Such blasphemy. And if you go to the Pancake House and you ask for ice cream, because they do serve desserts there, what now? You want the ice cream now? Yeah, I'm going to put the ice cream on my pancakes. And here's the next step in that long road to lunacy. I want chocolate ice cream. Give me chocolate ice cream on my pancakes. And yes, I pour maple syrup on top. None of this other shit where it's just like strawberry and blueberry and boysenberry. The maple. I want a maple. And if you've ever tried the true maple syrup, you'll never go back to the log cabin. Okay, I mean, that's the staple in this house, is the log cabin, or who's that lady that is famous, and Mrs. Butterworth. Okay, so that was been around here for 100 years. But once my brother tried it, and he told me. And so he said, Peter, try real maple syrup. When you go to Publix, buy real maple syrup. So I bought it, I tried it, and I said, this is different. He says, give it a few minutes. So now I only want maple syrup on my pancakes. So I know I'm getting into the cooking stuff. So today I did a test of an ice cream that I'm making. I didn't record it, so I don't tell Randy, because Randy gets very angry with me when I do things and I don't record it. So don't tell him I didn't record it. But it seems to be highly promising. Okay? So what its claim to fame is when you make a low sugar, what they call keto ice cream, because I'm low sugar on purpose for health, not because of diabetes or anything like that. But the doctor said if you don't lower your sugar, you're going to head into diabetes. Okay? So, okay, I'll lower my sugar. But then when I started to look into it, it's sugar that's the culprit that causes more insulin to get pumped into your body. And when more insulin gets pumped into your body, as you get older, you get sick. Sick as in sick. So all of you guys that are 50 years and older, pumping sugar, over sugaring yourself. Put sugar in your coffee? Yes, I do. You want a bagel? Yes, I do. You want a Danish? Yes, I do. All that turns into sugar. And I've been doing that for almost 65, 70 years. Okay? So there's other ways to measure the sugar that's in your body, and it's called A1c and your glucose. Okay? where we're busy with the doctors are into cholesterol. Peter, your cholesterol is 200, is 220. That's got to come down. Here, take these pills. The cholesterol is fine. More people die at cholesterol levels 130, 140, and 150. The least amount of people die between 200 and 300, and then you start into the dying range again over 300. So they keep hammering on cholesterol when they need to be hammering on the insulin that your... Who puts out insulin? Your pancreas? One of those guys in there. They put out insulin in your body, okay? And what happens is your let's call it the pancreas. It could be wrong, it could be the liver, but it's one of those guys, or maybe it's both. Your body starts to ignore that insulin because it's like, oh, hey, here it comes again. Insulin, insulin. So you guys are wearing glasses like me and all that. This is the reaction from sugar, and it's the sugar that we eat is not a natural sugar. So it's not like I'm blasting sugar. We are eating the worst part of the sugar, okay? And the same thing with the flour. We're eating the worst part. Flour has got all the components in it that are good for you, okay? The wheat, all right? There's 3 parts. And they take out the 2 good parts. I can't remember what they all are. One is the endosperm husk, the endosperm, and the starch. So they take the husk and the endosperm out, okay, and this is so that it'll sit on the shelf for years, okay. If you have the wheat that's ground, what mills is the right word, and it sits on your shelf 2 weeks, 2 weeks is probably too much, okay. So 1 week on your shelf, and it's no good. So when you buy the wheat and you mill it in the machine, you got to make bread that same day. Actually, you're supposed to make it within 2 hours. So they take all the parts that spoil out of it. They give it to the animals. They give us the wheat and all our bread, including whole wheat bread, because I used to buy whole wheat bread thinking I was doing something smart for myself, and I'm not. The husk is still taken out. They add fiber into the whole wheat bread, all right? But the real whole good hearty fiber that actually sweeps your intestines like a broom, keeping your intestines clean and functioning, that's all gone, okay? So that part of the bread that's left, the part that I really like Danish and pancakes, waffles, I'm getting hungry just sitting here talking to you, okay? So anyway, I've learned to mill my own wheat. And now I have learned, I don't know why I didn't learn it before, there is different kinds of wheat, and one of them is for pastries. So I'm going to learn this week how to make pancakes with the regular wheat that's milled in the machine, keep all of it, okay, and make some pancakes, because I love pancakes, okay? So I have a new recipe for ice cream, and I did it today because it's going to go to my brother's house tomorrow night for dinner. All right, so I did it today, and its claim to fame is when you make the sugarless ice cream and you're using all these other kinds of sugars, they call them alcohol sugars. Once you freeze it and put it in the freezer, it's as hard as a concrete block. You can't get a spoon, a fork, a knife, nothing into it. It's not scoopable. You got to leave it out for 30, 40, 50 minutes so that it starts to soften, and then you can scoop it. Okay? So that's the major thing. And there's hundreds of recipes out there, and I have tried at least 10 or 15, and they just don't work. Okay? Now, I did try one from this guy, and I have to say this guy is basically grumpy, aggressive, and he's not nasty, so I don't want to make him sound like he's a nasty guy. He's just, I don't know what you call it. His edges are not polished, okay? And he's added some ingredients that I never thought to add. So I did it today, and right before we went on the air tonight, I did the spoon, It's been in there 5 hours. I was able to put the spoon into the ice cream. I can't wait till tomorrow when I actually try to scoop some ice cream out, and it scoops just like the Tillamook ice cream, the ice cream that you get at Publix and H-E-B and wherever else you do your grocery shopping, okay, where you buy ice cream, like Randy likes pralines and cream or something to that effect. Well, he can leave it in there for a week. It could be very, very hard, don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not talking about soft serve ice cream, but I'm also talking about it not becoming as hard as a concrete block or the bricks that are in your red bricks that are in front of your house. You're not going to put a spoon into your blocks or your bricks, okay, into your sidewalk. There's your best example. You're not going to get a knife, a fork, or a spoon into your sidewalk. And that's the way the ice cream comes out. That's keto ice cream. So I got the new recipe today. And what else? I will try that. And I'm going to try that this next week on the pancakes. So I will be having some good, interesting things. All right, guys. Let's see. Do we have any last minutes here? The Mook was here. And I said hi and I love you. Norm says there's an external stereo mic input jack on the S9. Pick a good mic and the audio improves on any camera. He's right. Let's see where it is. What's inside of door number 2? It's right here. There you go. Your mic input right in that little door. Okay. And on this side, nope, there's another door. Oh, that's the USB-C. And there's a little one in there. I'm guessing that is yeah, that's an accessory plug. So the camera's got some stuff. It's missing some obvious stuff. Still a good buy for the price. Okay, when you can get them when you get these on sale for $1,000, hello, bank account, wake up. Okay, but $2,000. This I bought this for $26.99. Then they raised it up to $3,000, $29.99. Okay, so I got a good deal, and I really, 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 really like that camera to no end. Okay, so Norm says, so Peter, your birthday is next week. My birthday is at the end of the month. Well, during the week, Norm, I want to sing happy birthday to you, buddy. You've been with me how many years? I would love to sing happy birthday to you. Do it now. Happy birthday to Norm. Happy birthday to my friend Norm. Happy birthday to the wonderful, marvelous Norm. It's at the end of the month, but I'm not going to risk missing it. Happy birthday to Norm. Happy birthday to Norm. Happy birthday, dear Norm. Happy birthday, I love you. All right, guys. And on that note, Norm says real maple syrup is fantastic. Yep. And he's in Canada, where they got the maple trees. And by the way, the Sigma 10 to 18 2.8 is on the web. It's an APS-C lens. And as usual, Randy always takes us out. So Randy is saying good night to everybody. Good night, my love. Pleasant dreams. Sleep tight, my love. So say a prayer for me for my birthday. Don't forget. And I'll see you, God willing. And the bridge isn't up. My goal is the sky and not the grave. And I will say good night and see you next week. Bye.